Hi Sibs, long time, no post. I'm in the middle of a chaotic mess, as you can kind of see, known as packing for a trip. So I'm going to make a video showing you some tips and tricks to kind of help you pack. The first thing you want to lay out on the table is where you're going, for how long, and what the weather is going to be like. Knowing those three things really helps narrow down the amount and the kind of stuff that you can bring and potentially, pack into your suitcase. You also might want to invest in a little organizer of some sorts or even a notepad. You can even get a pre-made notepad. Pack this. You can get them at Chapters, Indigo, any bookstore really, and it kind of tells you this is the stuff that you should bring, don't forget this kind of stuff, etc. It can be very useful for keeping someone organized. Another tip is if you're going on a short vacation, for example 7 or 10 days, the best thing that I would do is just basically pick out an outfit for each day, and then just pack that. Imagine where you're going to go, what you're going to do, and what you want to wear that day, and then just kind of pack accordingly. You don't have to bring 50 things and then make outfits as you go. You can bring just 2 or 3 pairs of shorts and then a bunch of tops that can kind of be mixed and matched, and you can make all kinds of different outfits with just a couple of things. Where it can get overwhelming is if you're like me, I'm going to be going for 2 months, so I have to bring significantly more things. The best way to bring a lot of things but also pack lightly is to put your clothes through an addition process where only certain clothes that make the cut can make it into your suitcase. The more versatile a clothing item is, the more likely they're going to make the cut. This little crop sweater thing, for example, goes with these pair of jeans, these pair of shorts, these pair of shorts, and these harem pants. So this shirt is good, and I'm going to bring it because it goes with multiple different bottoms, and I can mix and match depending on what kind of look I want to create. Now between these 2 pairs of shorts, these navy ones go with multiple shirts, whereas these, even though they're super colorful and summery, only one shirt goes with them out of the shirts that I'm bringing. So between these 2 pairs of shorts, I'm probably going to be taking only these ones and not these ones. Unless, of course, I can shove them into my suitcase somehow. Some people fold their clothes. I prefer to roll mine because I feel like they get less wrinkled, they take up less space, and you can cram them in better because you can actually file them like folders as opposed to stacking them. So yeah, make sure you start off with clean, ironed clothes. You don't want to be doing that when you're getting to your destination. And then once it's all clean and ready to go, start rolling. Start by laying your clothes flat and pulling them tight, and then as you're rolling, keep pulling them tight and making the rolls tight so that you don't cause any wrinkles along the way. Once you're done rolling and folding everything, you want to lay out your stuff so you can kind of take a glance at it one last time. Make sure you have everything. Make sure that all the stuff you're bringing is stuff you actually need. One last check before you start putting everything into your suitcase. Now is also a good time to, if you haven't already, set aside an outfit that you're going to wear on the plane, basically during your trip. Make sure you also bring underwear, socks, all that stuff you need, and to also have maybe a change of clothes in your carry-on in case your stuff gets lost once you get there. Especially me, I'm traveling for like 20 hours. The last thing I want is to have nothing to put on once I get off the plane. So that's also a good idea. Also, when you're packing, no matter where you're going, it's always a good idea to bring at least 1 pair of jeans and a hoodie in case the weather turns to crap all of a sudden and you are stuck wearing only short shorts and a bikini because that's all you brought. Weather is crazy nowadays. You never know what you're going to end up with, so always bring something that's warmer. Also, yes, that is my bikini collection. I am a bikini hoarder. Don't mind me. This is something I do not compromise on when it comes to packing. They all must be brought. This is also a good time to pick out any accessories like jewelry or belts or scarves or whatever that you may want to bring with some of your outfits. Having them lying out like that, you can see exactly what you're bringing, how much you need to bring, and that way you don't end up piling on all these accessories that you don't need. Also, it's a good time to look at what your outfits are and pick out which shoes if you want to bring. I recommend bringing one pair of sandals, for example, that are pretty versatile, maybe in a white color or a black color that goes with majority of things. Maybe a pair of heels if you're a girl, if you think you're going to need them. Flip-flops, definitely. Again, if you're, I'm talking about a tropical vacation here, like a summer vacation. Of course, if you're packing for a winter vacation, it's a completely different story when it comes to some of these outfits. But basically, you don't want to go crazy with the shoes and the purses. Just bring like 1 or 2 things that you can take when you're going out, when when you want to be fancy, and if those things can also be for every day, then even better. Now I have my big suitcase out here, and one thing I just want to say before I talk about packing the suitcase, when you're buying a suitcase, make sure you buy one that's light and not too heavy on its own. I like suitcases that have this meshy part because it's a nice little barrier that you can put stuff in to separate from the other stuff. Some people like to use this meshy stuff for shoes, and then they just lie them all flat. I tend to use my this meshy part for my bras and underwear and bikinis and all my like kind of intimates, because I don't really want them mixing with the rest of my clothes. But again, shoes is also a good way to go. I just tend to kind of compartmentalize mine along the edges of my suitcase and kind of face them outwards away from my clothes. I also wrap them in plastic bags. So in terms of undergarments, if you're only going for, like I said, 7 or 10 days, and you just want to bring one pair of underwear, for example, per day, and then you're going to have maybe like 2 or 3 extra just in case, and then you're going to bring them back and wash them when you come home. If you're going for a longer trip like I am, for example, I live there when I'm in Europe, I have a washing machine, all that stuff. You want to bring about maybe 2 weeks or 10 days worth of underwear and socks and things like that, so that you can, you know, cycle through them like you usually would at home. I usually start by taking the biggest, least flexible items of clothing, in the sense like a hoodie or a pair of jeans. You can't really fold them much more than this. So I start by putting them on the bottom, and I also compartmentalize like this, so that when I start putting in my rolled up clothes and filing them, I have an actual space to file them in. And then I just kind of go whatever makes sense. You'll kind of see as I go how I pack. Yeah, and then I kind of end off with things that should not maybe be folded, like for example nice shirts or whatever. I just lay them on the top very nicely. And here's me packing super fast. If only it happened like this in real life. Notice I don't bring any hangers. I really recommend you don't, because most hotels will have them, and the place you're staying at will probably have them. If not, you can always just keep your stuff in your suitcase and still be able to see everything, still keep everything organized, and it'll stay wrinkle free. This is the method that works the best for me, I think. This is pretty much more or less it. Packed and ready to go. Yeah, that's basically it. When it comes to packing your carry-on, like I said, the most important thing is to make sure that you pack a change of clothes, like including underwear, socks, all that stuff in case you need it. Anything that you use daily, makeup, deodorant, toothbrush, those kind of things. Make sure you go through the bathroom, and anything you use daily, bring that. Things that you don't want to break or to lose or maybe get lost by accident. Luggage gets lost sometimes. All your most important things, jewelry, whatever, I would put in your carry-on. And yeah, like, just make sure that you know, anything that you forget, you can probably just buy. So the most important things you're bringing are things that you can't replace, like phone. Oh, don't forget your chargers, things like that. And as my little pack this notepad says, bring half of what you think you need and twice as much money. I think that goes for any vacation. So yeah, have a good summer, and keep those requests coming for videos. I haven't been posting a lot because I haven't really gotten any requests. So if you have anything you want me to talk about, please send me an email. askbigsisnow@gmail.com. You can even comment below. You can find me on Instagram @BigSis. And yeah, bye Sibs. Have a good summer. See you soon.